Hello health seekers, Inga from Health Origins here. Happy New Year to you guys. Today I've got a couple of recipes plus a salad to show you. So one recipe is creamy chickpea kale kind of stew if you like. And second one is burgers, chickpea and sweet potato burgers. And then a salad, just a simple red cabbage salad. So let's get started. So let's start by making a salad. So I've got the shredded cabbage that I prepared earlier, and we've got half juice from half a lemon. So I'm going to pour that on. Also I grated some zest from that same half a lemon. If you using the zest, make sure it's from an unwaxed lemon. So because the waxed lemon, obviously you've got this wax on the skin that you don't want to be eating. So that, then a good pinch of salt, and I'm gonna just massage the salt and lemon juice in. The longer the salad stands, the better it gets, because it gets a little bit marinated by the lemon juice. And then we're going to be adding some sweet chili sauce as well. So I'm gonna pour about a couple of tablespoons of sweet chili into this. My sweet chili is actually finishing, so that should be good. And then you can either massage it in as well or mix it with a spoon. I'll mix this one with a spoon. The salad is mixed and ready, and I'm going to leave that to marinate while we prepare other recipes. And now we're going to start making the kale and chickpea creamy stew. So I'm going to add, I've heated my non-stick pan up, and I'm adding the chopped celery I had. It's about 3.5 or 4 sticks worth, and also I've got about 1.5 of red onion left. So I'm gonna fry these. And I also have some yellow pepper, which I'm gonna add in a second. So about a cup of yellow pepper, and I'll leave some for adding to the red cabbage salad, just for the colour as well, where it's marinating. So I'm going to just mix that in as well. So just dry fry these ingredients. I'm going to use half of them for the stew, and half of them gonna be used for making sweet potato and chickpea burgers. So I'm gonna dry fry these and maybe add a couple of tablespoons of water if it starts thickening and dries out, and I'm going to do that for about 8 to 10 minutes, and I'll get back to you. And while the vegetables are frying for the stew, I'm gonna now start making the burgers. So this is about 2 and a bit cups of chickpeas. So you can play with the amounts. Obviously, you might need to add a little bit more flour, or maybe at the end or something, if it's too liquidy, but and the chickpeas need to be drained, so don't pour the chickpea water in. So I'm just gonna take them out. And then I've got about 2.5 cups of sweet potato that I've steamed as well. So I'm going to add that. Now I'm going to add spices. So I've got a tablespoon of onion powder. It's very lumped up, my onion powder that I've got, so I'm going to try and squeeze it through this sieve here, or at least break it up a little so it's not in such massive lumps, because I don't want to waste it. I want to use it up. I'll probably use it up for oops I'll probably use it up for soups and things like this where it actually can dilute. We'll try and blend it and see if it works, and then we put a half a teaspoon of garlic powder and put a teaspoon of smoked paprika to give our burgers a smoky taste. If you like your burgers spicy, you could put some chili powder, you know, or a smoked chipotle powder. Anything like this would work. And I also got 1 cup of, well no, sorry, half a cup, it's about half a cup of chopped parsley. You could put any kind of herbs, fresh herbs you like. So you could put coriander if you like. So yeah, I'm gonna put this on and I'm gonna pulse this for a bit until it becomes kind of a cohesive mass, not like fully smooth, but just a bit chunky. You might need to scrape the sides a couple of times as well, so I'll do that and I'll show you the finished result. Oh, and I forgot, I'm also adding a teaspoon of salt as well. My vegetables in the other pan have nicely browned, so I'm going to add them to the food processor for the burger mixture, and going to pulse it a few more times to incorporate them. The mixture is looking pretty nice now. I'm going to add it to a bowl. So I've got the mixture in the bowl, and I'm going to add a tablespoon of tomato sauce, so you could put ketchup or tomato paste as well, and then mix that through. And then the last thing I'm going to add is some gram flour. I'm using gram flour because this is obviously a chickpea and sweet potato burger, so it kind of works well. But you could put any other flour if you don't have gram flour. So I'll put about three big tablespoons of gram flour and mix it in. This way kind of it dries the mixture out a little bit and makes it easier to form patties, and sticks it together as well. So there you go. So you're now ready to make your patties. You know, either just wet your hands is probably the best, you know, wet your hands and form them, and then we're gonna be baking them. So I'll show you how I make a couple. I've got my hands wet and I'm gonna shape the burgers. You can make them smaller or bigger, but make them, you know, not too thick, just make them thinner so that they bake through well, and do the rest. So now to prepare the burgers for baking, I first dry fry them a bit on the same tin I'm going to bake them in. So make sure you heat your tin well, and then place the burgers. You might need to reshape them because they're quite soft at first. You might want to put a little bit more flour. So I fried these for about 3 minutes. Actually slightly burnt them, I think. So perhaps you want to leave it for 2 minutes. It'll be nice and smoky. So, and then do the same on the other side. I'll leave it for a couple more minutes on the other side, and then I'm gonna place it in the oven to bake that I've preheated already on 180 for another 15 minutes or so. Okay, and I'll get back to you then. So now back to the kale and chickpea stew. So I've caramelized the veg. I'm now going to add half a cup of water to this. I'm going to add a bit of turmeric. So I'll add about half a teaspoon of turmeric for a nice yellow colour. And then I'm going to add the rest of the ingredients. So we'll start with kale. We'll wilt this a little bit first. So that's about 2-3 cups, or 2 big good handfuls, so you could kind of divide it a little bit more into smaller pieces. So we'll we'll saute them a bit until they slightly wilt. I'll put a lid on. So the kale has sauteed a bit. Now I'm going to add the chickpeas and and I'm going to add another half a cup of water because the other water has actually evaporated. So mix that through. And I'm going to add the cream cheese or sour cream if you like. Well, I use tofu sour supreme, but you could use also tofu, or you could use coconut milk from a can as well. So what I did, I've just added a little bit of olive brine, and I blended it to kind of make it a bit more liquid. So I'm going to add this. Going to mix it through and then leave it to simmer for about 15 minutes for the broccoli to kind of get cooked through, and for chickpeas and everything to warm through. and I'll put the lid on as well, so the water doesn't evaporate. So this is the creamy kale and chickpeas finished. I've ended up adding another cup of water and sprinkling maybe about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast to make it a bit more cheesy. And I didn't add any salt, like I said, but you could. We normally just add our salt, you know, to our plates. So that's it, guys. So this is the creamy kale. So there we have the salad and the burgers ready from the oven. Like I said, I've slightly burnt them a little bit at the start, so make sure you put it on kind of medium high, not high, to fry them at the beginning. So that's it, guys. You got your recipes. I'll add another salad recipe in the description for you. Let me know, how did you find the recipes? Have you tried any of them? Have you got any other tips and ideas as well yourselves? And till the next time.